You seem uncomfortable. Do I make you nervous, Corky?
No.
Thirsty, maybe.
Curious, maybe.
That's funny. I'm feeling a little bit curious myself.
We're explorers in the furthest regions of experience. Angels to some, demons to others. Welcome to Pleasers
And Punishers.
where we talk about movies that people love to watch.
Movies that ruin your today, tomorrow, and yesterday.
And all things kinky and queer.
I'm Caitlin of the North.
And I'm May, Podcast Princess Schultz. And today we are doing a very special episode. It's our New Year's Day episode, which means it's also the day before my birthday.
Woo!
And because we are the Pleasers and Punishers podcast, we're not just doing a normal 2025 year in review or top 10. Not that there's anything wrong with those episodes, but we do things our own way here. So we are going to give you our 5 most pleasing and 5 most punishing films of the year, plus a couple bonuses for our first time watches in each category. And those are movies that came out before 2025, but we didn't watch until this year. So Caitlin and I might have a little bit of overlap. We have not seen each other's lists, so we are going to be surprised by stuff. Hopefully that makes it just as fun for you as it does for us. So let's start out, Caitlin, with your 2 first-time watches this year of Pleasers.
So, coming in at number 2 in pleasiness, I'm going to say Blackula.
Oh, nice. I somehow have never seen it.
I'd never seen Blackula before. I'd seen Blackula 2 as part of the horror movie quarantine fright films that we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because also this is a Pam Grier household. But I had never seen the original, and while people under the scares were off, are on their break, half of them was doing first-time watches of movies, and I would pop in, and this was one of them. I was like, I had a really, really good time watching Blackula.
Nice. Okay, I'm pretty sure Maeve must own that, so I'm going to move that up on my watch list.
There is an incredibly gay couple at the beginning.
Ooh.
I mean, like, they are house hunting. And I was like, oh,
cute.
Look at this.
Okay, well, my bonus pick, my first time watch this year that was a big old pleaser for me, I've got Empire of the Dark. So I think I've mentioned this movie before, maybe not. I've made like 5 people watch it with me. Maeve and I were sitting on the couch one night. We were a little high, looking for something to watch, and of course we went to Tubi. We saw this poster and the thumbnail for Empire of the Dark. This movie was mostly made in the late 80s and was technically finished in 1990. There were some things that were tweaked on it, and it went up on streaming over the summer. And when I tell you that I was only a third of the way into this movie before I went online and ordered it on Blu-ray, not an exaggeration. That's how much I love it. And like, I'm sure this is the kind of movie most people would watch and give like 2 stars, whatever. This is a 5-star movie for me because it is just so goddamn fun. And you can tell how much Steve Barkett, who wrote, directed, and stars in the movie, put into it. It's just like, it's like if Chuck Norris was not a right-winger and he was just kind of a slightly schlubby suburban dad.
Oh.
This is the kind of movie he would make. And I love it. I'm pretty sure it's still on Tubi. So if you have not seen this and you want a good time, check out Empire of the Dark. What's your number 1 first-time pleaser watch of 2025?
So it's a bit of a cheat because it did come out in 2024.
That's fine.
Not a horror movie. Kneecap.
Oh,
Kneecap.
I have not seen this.
So it is about the rap trio Kneecap from the north of Ireland. It is spectacular. It's definitely I would say an autobiography of the band, not necessarily the truth. The lads themselves kind of thing.
Got it.
And it is just so much fun. It's very political and you wouldn't expect it. I am always a big fan of language rights.
Northern Ireland, I feel like
North of Ireland.
North of Ireland.
North of Ireland. Mm-hmm.
I feel like any piece of art coming out of there is going to be inherently political.
Yes. And these two, or three, there's three of them. There's two who like rap, and then we have DJ Provi in the back.
Nice.
They did also blow up kind of this year because of their anti-genocide, anti-Zionist stances.
Good job, lads.
Yes, excellent job. They're really big Irish language advocates, and they go into the history. It's just a really fucking fun. The music is incredible. It has a line where someone says, would you like, I forget how you take your tea. Is it in a cup or straight to the face? Done. Over. Watch the movie.
Excellent. Well, I'm moving that up on my watch list as well. So my honorable mention, number one, first time watch of 2025 in the pleaser category was The Bat. Now, there's a Vincent Price The Bat from the 50s that is excellent, but this is a silent film from 1926 directed by Roland West. It's what they opened the Music Box of Horrors 24-hour marathon with back during Halloween season here in Chicago.
I was like, so right now? Or
And it was done with a live score by Max McGathy. And I've seen a few films with live scores at this point. This was the best one that I've seen. So check out Max McGathy. That's with a TH, not an F. I don't know what version of The Bat is the best to watch at home because I know, like Nosferatu, there's going to be versions out there with different scores. I know there is a Blu-ray with a single score on it, and that seems to have good reviews. But this was kind of where... What's the guy who invented Batman? Bob Kane?
Bob Kane.
Bob Kane. This is kind of where Bob Kane drew some inspiration for his character Batman.
I am the Bat.
However, this Bat is not a good guy. And for a movie from 1926, this has some really amazing humor that lands perfectly today. It's got absolutely incredible cinematography. And more than anything, it's got some really good thrills. Like, I was tense through a lot of this movie, even when it was broken up by the laughter. So, I highly recommend The Bat from 1926, directed by Roland West. All right, Caitlin, tell me your second most punishing first watch of 2025.
So my second most punishing first watch was a movie I may have hit Shudder last year, but it originally actually premiered in 2023. Maybe it hit Shudder this year. I can't remember, but it was All You Need Is Death.
I watched that movie also, and I really wanted to love it, but there was just something missing.
It took me 3 times, but the fact that I kept coming back to it going, I know there's something you're trying to tell me. I am just not picking it up yet, particularly because the ending is so goddamn bonkers.
I liked the ending, but I also kind of wanted it to go harder. So
it's on Shudder, I believe. That's where I saw it anyway. Irish horror movie about 2 people, kind of a group of people, but they go around collecting songs, folk songs, and they come across a folk song that they should not have collected, basically. So it's, again, it took me 3 watches. It is definitely a Punisher.
Agreed.
But once I got there, I was like, okay, movie, I see what you were doing. I might watch it again. Who knows? What I will also say is the music is composed by Ian Lynch of Irish doom folk rock act Lankum. So that's fun too.
The music is incredible.
So that's my number 2.
Well, my number 2 most punishing first watch of 2025 was M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender.
Oh no, I never watched it, and oh no.
Yeah, and I think I watched it with riff tracks. Yeah, I did watch it with riff tracks, but as far as I can tell, it's the whole movie, so nothing got cut out of it, and I was still able to watch the movie. So I still need to talk about this. I don't know why I'm defending myself right now. Caitlin, don't let me smoke right before we start recording.
I'm not fighting you, May.
I love Avatar: The Last Airbender, the television series. I love The Legend of Korra. I have a tattoo of a tarot card on my arm that is Yue as the moon. I'm a big Avatar fan. This movie is like it was made by someone who had never watched the series. And it's so confusing to me because, like, I don't know. It feels like a live action movie of Avatar: The Last Airbender should not be that hard to make as long as you cast it well. And the casting in this movie made absolutely no sense. You have 2 white actors playing Inuit characters.
Oh no.
One of whom is Jasper from the Twilight movies. And their grandmother is white as well, but everyone else in the tribe is Inuit. And it's just like, you couldn't have cast some Inuit actor? Yep. Like, what are we doing here? And that's one of the small issues with the movie.
The beginning.
I know that M. Night Shyamalan writes weird dialogue, but if you're going to make a movie like this, you have to write dialogue within the world of that story. And that is not what happens here. There's just... Y'all, if you've never seen this movie, don't. Literally don't waste your time on it. It is that bad. Oy. All right. Wow, sorry. I went off there. What is your number 1 most punishing first watch of 2025?
Gosh, now I want to say, like, the one movie I saw that was like, fuck you movie, in a bad way. But I'll do one that was fuck you movie in a good way. First time I had the pleasure of watching David Cronenberg's Crash. And I'm rating it just as a Punisher, not that it...
No.
Yes,
I get it.
Yes.
It is
I mean, that is a... I mean,
we're allowed to like Punishers.
Yes.
I mean, we are subs.
You know. I might be a switch, but...
I know. I was just doing it for the joke.
Don't misrepresent me. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry.
I will say my biggest fuck you movie, though, that I saw this year that didn't come out this year was Steven Soderbergh's Persona. Fuck you movie. I hated it.
Wow. I've never seen that one.
It came out just like last year.
Oh, is that the haunted house one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of people really didn't like that.
I could take a slow burn. What I can't take is they try to make a hero out of someone who is like pretty irredeemable, and it's like, this doesn't... Do you think this is supposed to make... I don't feel good about any of this.
Ooh.
I had to put up with all of this. And I'm pretty sure Lucy Liu, who's playing the mom, was fucking her son the whole time.
Ew.
So,
oh, thank you.
That was the feelings
Thank you
I
for
was
that
getting.
Warning so that
It
I
felt
don't
really
ever watch that movie.
Very incesty. I didn't enjoy. moment probably of that movie. So as a punishing for me personally,
Yeah.
never again, and you should be ashamed of yourself, sir. It's that one.
Oh, and we'll talk about Crash at length when we cover it.
Yes.
Because we are definitely covering that movie.
As a very pleasurable punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Crash. Number 1.
Look, if you don't understand why Crash is a sexy movie, we can never be friends. Because
I don't know
we
why
are
you're
just
listening to
on
this
fundamentally
podcast.
different wavelengths. Yeah, if you don't think Crash is sexy, what the hell are you doing listening to this podcast? You are in the wrong place, my friend. Okay, sorry. Enough berating our listeners. See, this is what happens when we go freeform for an
We
episode.
didn't do an outline.
Yeah.
And then May got really high.
It's true. Both things are true.
I'm not helping.
So my number 1 first time watch Punisher of 2025 is the Tom Cruise movie from 1988 called Cocktail.
You told me about this when you
Yeah.
watched it.
So if you've never seen Rick and Morty, there's an episode where Rick is trying to say he's like Tom Cruise from Cocktail. But he goes, I'm Tom Cruise in that movie. What's it called? Tom Cruise in Cuisine. Yeah, that's it. I'm like Tom Cruise in Cuisine. That's my terrible Rick impression. Anyway,
I loved it.
Erica fucking loves that joke. And so when we were in Denver in the Vinegar Syndrome store, they had a giant bin of unboxed free VHS tapes. And right on the top was Cocktail. And Erica grabbed it and was just like, yes, I'm having this. And when we christened my VCR after I hooked it up over at her place, the first thing we watched on it was her free videotape of Cocktail. This movie is irredeemable.
Is spectacular, by the way. Like, everything leading up to this is spectacular.
Thank you.
Including this is irredeemable.
Yeah, this movie is irredeemable. The performances are atrocious. The story is horrible. And the characters are all fucking dumb assholes. It's barely even funny how bad it is. Like, I was cringing the whole time, and not in a way that I enjoy, like when I'm watching I Think You Should Leave. I was cringing in the way of like, how did anyone think this was an okay idea for a movie? That's how bad it is.
I feel like that's actually, when you go back, a lot of Tom Cruise's output in the 80s. I know it's what made him famous. However,
I haven't seen a lot of it because I don't really like Tom Cruise. Yeah.
he's a movie star.
That's my experience with Cocktail. And the guy who reads the businessman poetry thing when you first go to that like jailhouse club, he's one of the assassins that comes to kill Buffy in the two-parter. And he's the guy who turns into bugs.
The Bugman Cuckoo Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Why Xander and Cordy ended up kissing for god damn it reasons.
All right, and now we are on to the main bulk of our list. So, Caitlin, what was your 5th most pleasing movie of the year?
My 5th most pleasing movie of the year was Queens of the Dead, Tina Romero. I had the best time at this movie. It's drag queens. It's more drag queens. And Katie O'Brien looking holy fucking shit. I think...
Does she look even hotter than she does in Love Lies Bleeding?
Somehow, yes.
I don't know how that's possible, but I believe you.
I think for me, it's because she has this soft butch thing going on. She looks like she does now with her hair the way it is. And I think she was a little more cut in Love Lies Bleeding. Like,
yeah. And I'm not like super into muscles.
In the arms. Oh, yes.
Oh, arms. Yes. I
Arms.
like
And
nice
her arms. I'm pretty sure she's sleeveless the entire movie.
Probably.
At
I mean,
one-
why wouldn't she be?
At one point, I don't know, she might have just been smiling, and I went, Jesus fucking Christ. And Brian's like, what? I'm like, I can't, like, look at her because I'm so attracted to her that it hurts. Oh, God. Okay, there's Blow by Kesha's in it. Nina West is in
Excellent.
it.
Oh, I love Nina West.
Yes, it's just a really very fun take on a zombie movie. I had a great time, like I said.
Excellent. Okay, my fifth most pleasing movie of 2025 is The Ugly Stepsister.
Oh, I have that on my list.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll wait to talk about it. So, Caitlin, what was your fifth most punishing movie of 2025?
So I put down, and actually, the Punishers are pretty much very pleasing to me. So I put down The Monkey. Oz
Ooh.
Perkins. I love it. There's something about people spontaneously exploding that I really enjoy.
Oh, yeah. It's delightful.
I think why I think it's kind of a Punisher is the humor, which is so dark. It's so smart but stupid at the same time, and just, you can't catch all of the jokes because you're laughing at something else, and then someone says something real dumb right after, and it's like, wonderful, excellent. I'm watching this man try to work out his trauma right in front of me.
I am very interested in why you think that sense of humor makes it a Punisher.
I know it's a horror movie. So it's kind of like, I don't know, the underlying like darkness to everything. Like, I'm not saying a dark comedy can't be pleasing. Queens of the Dead is very, very funny, but the humor is very different.
Right.
From The Monkey. So again, it's one of those things, or like what came out around the same, like Heart Eyes.
Yeah.
Like Heart Eyes, I think, huge crowd pleaser. Like, what a fun movie.
Okay, and that has a more straightforward sense of humor. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with
Okay,
this.
I understand where you're going with it. I understand what you're getting at. I might be a little high. Oh,
It's
listeners,
okay, but
you'll hear it in our bloopers episode, but I hit my bowl right after we started recording, so I'm very freshly high.
But also, I mean, that was so valid because I was really going back and forth on almost all of my picks. I was like, is this a Punisher? I don't know. Me always, I'm like, except for like 2, I'm very certain.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'm excited to see what the rest of our lists are. So my number 5 Punisher of 2025 is Good Boy.
That was a Punisher?
Okay.
I almost put that in my top pleasers.
Let me explain something. The concept of this movie is
very-
incredible. Indy the dog is
Oh my God.
literally the best dog actor I have ever seen in anything. Plus, he's so fucking cute. On a technical level, I think it's pretty good. It's an excellent concept with a decent execution, but it has an extremely weak story. And like, I really love Indy, but Todd, his human, is a complete asshole. And they never make it clear whether or not that has to do with what's going on or like why that's part of it. And I don't need all of the lore explained to me by any means, but there needed to be some connective tissue here so we could understand why Todd was being such a piece of shit toward his dog. And watching a guy be a complete asshole to his dog the whole movie outside of flashbacks and 1 or 2 sweet moments, I was so viscerally uncomfortable watching this movie the entire time because I felt so bad for Indy dealing with both a supernatural thing and his human being an asshole to him.
Todd was dying.
I don't fucking care. You don't treat your dog like that. I did not understand that's what was happening at all. So, you know, maybe this movie could have used a little more work on the dialogue.
You know, I mean, it was written for a dog, so.
Shh. Okay. Before we start barking at each other, what is your fourth most pleasing film of 2025?
So, this is one of the many films this year that took place in Seattle for who knows what the fuck reason. None of them were filmed here, but a lot of films took place here this year. And I'm going with Final Destination Bloodlines.
Hell yes.
Yes.
This movie is a fucking pleaser through and through. As long as you're a horror fan. You
Yes.
know, we're talking about horror fans in general. The kills are amazing. The goodbye for Tony Todd is so beautiful. I cried during that scene.
Oh, God, yeah. The minute he showed up on screen, I was like, I'm over.
Yeah.
I'm done.
And I think the biggest thing is you like all of these characters and you don't want any of them to die. And I feel like in all of the other Final Destination movies, you either hate at least one
Or you don't
or
even know
sometimes
them.
all of the
that too.
characters that are being hunted by death. And it's hard to enjoy a movie when you hate all the characters and
You're just
want
like, go
them to
death,
die.
go death,
Yeah.
go death.
Which, you know, I guess some people watch Nightmare on Elm Street to watch Freddy kill people, but I don't know.
I also like the other. I think this
I
is
like
one of
all
the.
of them.
I've heard some other people say this, and I 100% agree, and have been feeling it as well. Is that we have a lot of filmmakers who are coming into franchises who all of a sudden are like, who are fans.
Right.
Like, I think Saw 10 really felt that way of like,
Yeah.
let's explore. I know what I want as a Saw fan.
Evil Dead
And
Rise.
Evil Dead Rise, and this absolutely, especially after, oh God, 4? What a nightmare 4 is. Like, don't bother.
No.
Unless you're a completionist, there's really no reason to watch 4. It is
The
not good.
only good thing in 4 is when that racist guy gets dragged by his own tow truck. Well, why
Yes.
can't we be friends is playing on the radio.
Yes.
That's the only good part of that movie.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, oh,
Friends,
Jesus
if you
Christ.
haven't seen it and you're like, oh my God, you spoiled it. I really didn't. I just told you about the best part. So you get to really enjoy it when you get to it.
Yep.
Wow. Do I sound like a bitch right now?
No, I was going to say, or you don't even have to watch it because you just heard the best part.
Yeah, that's true.
I think even the director, someone came out and was just like, yeah, 4 is awful. Like, correct. So Final Destination Bloodlines, though, not awful. They invest just enough in the characters to get us invested. The kills are still spectacular. They do a lot to subvert expectations. It's like, yeah, everything you would want in a Final Destination movie.
Okay, my fourth most pleasing movie of 2025 is Tinsman Road. Now, you might think this should be qualified as a Punisher. However, I think the thing that people are sick of in movies that deal with grief is having grief or trauma be the monster, having it be this big metaphor for something, and that is not what this movie is. This is about a family that is grieving, but there's no metaphor there. It's just a scary movie
Oh, I love that.
with the family grieving. And it's also one of the best found footage movies that I've ever seen. Robbie Banfitch is absolutely incredible. I got to meet him when I saw this at the Music Box back in October. He is such a sweetheart. And he answered questions from us. And there's a part where you see a fox. And I asked him about that. And he just got fucking lucky. And it's so important to the story that this thing is kind of a miracle. And I loved it. And I cried a lot. So, yeah, if you get a chance to see this once it's streaming or if it's coming to your city, please go. Please go. Even if you didn't like Robbie's first movie, The Outwaters, this is something very different, and it's really worth seeing. You haven't seen it, right?
I have not seen it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm very quiet.
You're just sitting there
yes,
quietly.
I'm like just like listening. Like, this sounds very good. Yes.
Okay. What is your fourth most punishing movie of 2025?
So for this one, I am going with the only movie that I gave less than 2 stars to this year.
Wow.
And that was Love Hurts.
I did not watch this because I know people really did not like it. And I feel so bad because I love Ki Hai Kwan.
I was in it. I love action movies. But Marshawn Lynch is in it.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious, and everything should have worked for this movie, and nothing worked. Everyone's doing the best with what they got, but for some reason the editing was not conducive to a comedy or action film, of which this is supposed to be both.
Huh. That's really a shame.
The story was disjointed. Nothing really made sense. It was not a good time. And I was shocked because I was like, well, at least like there's going to be great action. So it has to be a good time. No, the action's fine, but it does not make up for the rest of the movie.
That's too bad.
Yes, 'twas a shame. I was like, this movie sounds perfect for me. No.
That's a bummer. All right. My fourth most punishing movie of 2025 is 28 Years Later.
Oh,
Do you have this on your list?
I don't, but I thought about it.
Okay. So, this is a punisher for me for 2 reasons. One, I did not really like it.
I didn't like it very much either.
Oh my God, that makes me feel so much better because everyone else loved it. Maeve and Erica both loved it when we saw it. And I'm like, I don't like this. And maybe it's like the mommy issues. I don't know. Just nothing about this movie did it for me. And I think Young Fathers are really good and their songs in the movie are good, but they're not good in the movie. The score is so disjointed from the mood of the film. It's very confusing. There's some really kind of frustrating and tasteless jokes about cosmetic surgery. And there's a lot of weird, like, trad stuff going on in the movie with, like, what boys are allowed to do and what girls are allowed to do. And then, of course, you know, the zombie who has a big swinging dong is, of course, a character of color.
The Alex Garland in general, I have a issue with anything that he scripted or directed, probably both if he's directing, because the way he treats people of color in his movies, it's not cool. That is not okay. And if you have to keep, you know, talking logic circles every single time a Alex Garland movie comes out to make it okay, there's something there.
Yeah. I also just, I didn't care about any of the characters.
I like looking at Aaron Taylor Johnson a lot.
The one big thing I'll give it credit for is his performance in this more than makes up for how atrocious I think
Yes.
he was in Nosferatu.
Agreed.
But I loved Jimmy. I loved Jimmy and his Teletubby boys at the
God.
end. And I was like, okay, this is what this movie should have been. Give me something off the fucking wall.
Mm-hmm.
The original 28 Days Later succeeded because it was so weird. It was shot on low quality digital video, which is very frustrating to watch now. It's
Don't
not,
get the 4K, is what
no,
I'm saying.
it's not a found footage movie, but it feels like a found footage
Right?
movie at times. It's zombies, but they run and are like super strong and fast.
It's by
was
the guy
really-
who directed Train Spotting.
Right. It had all of this novelty going for it. And then 28 weeks later, I actually kind of like as like okay, we're going to do something totally different in this same world, but it's going to be a completely different kind of movie.
I know I've seen it, but I don't think I remember a single thing about it.
Okay. And then this just, it doesn't feel like it's part of that same world at all. And there was some like really bad CGI, but unless Jimmy and his boys are playing a big role in the next movie, I don't really care.
And it's really. Do you know anything about Jimmy Savile? That they.
Oh, I know who Jimmy Savile is.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the whole thing with like in this timeline, the world
right.
fell apart before anyone, before that information came
Right.
out.
And also,
So,
it was Bless Up
yeah.
Teletubbies. Also, Jack O'Connell. Just.
Yes.
I almost put down. This is probably actually like for reals. I watched Snowtown Murders and Eden Lake for like the first time this year. I
Oh my
watched
God,
Eden
those should have been-
fucking Lake. I know.
Those should have been your two
They should
top
have been.
Punisher first watches. Holy shit. I haven't even seen either of those movies because I know what happens in them. And I'm like, that is...
They're kind of similar in a lot of ways too. And I was just like, oh, I'm so glad I'm watching this. Oh my God, fucking Eden Lake. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah, obviously, I didn't like 28 Years Later. I know I'm in the minority. If you liked it, that is totally fine. Please don't yell at me.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah. I gave it 3
was fine.
stars.
I think I did too.
Great finds. Best part of the movie. Hands down.
The Bone Temple, excellent.
Oh, yeah, that looked
Like,
incredible.
All of that on that part of the island, mainland, whatever that is. I think another island. Am I going to see Nia DaCosta's Bone Temple? Yep. Yes, absolutely. 100%.
You see it before me and then tell me if I should bother.
I will.
Okay, but first, tell me, what is your third pleaser of 2025?
My third pleaser is, this is wild because I am not really a fan of anthology movies, but Freaky Tales that landed on, I think, HBO Max, the artist formerly known as, and it is so, I had such a great time with this. It kills Nazis. The way all the story weaves together, so it is an anthology, but it has a through line, kind of like Trick or Treat, which is one of my other favorite anthology movies because it's not as much of an anthology. I will defend myself later. Not today. The comedy was excellent. Again,
The cast is
the
stacked.
cast is stacked.
I have not seen it yet,
Ugh.
but we might be covering it next year, so I might wait to watch it until then, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Who could say? I may defend myself later for reasons. But this was just, again, How many times can I say this was a really fun time? Fuck, I had a great time with this goddamn movie.
Well, I guess that's the definition of a pleaser then, isn't it?
It is.
Wow. Yeah, I really feel like I sound like an asshole. That is so funny. Okay.
Oh, I'm getting I was all worked up, so.
Well, my third most pleasing movie of 2025, and I don't know, you might have this higher on your list, Frewaka.
Yes.
Okay. You have that in a different position, so we will wait to talk about that one too. All right. Tell me what your third most punishing movie of 2025 was.
I'm definitely going to say this incorrectly, and you're probably going to know how to say it correctly. Misericordia?
Misericordia.
Misericordia.
Yep. Is that a documentary?
No.
Okay.
This is a French gay thriller.
Okay.
A lot of full frontal nudity.
Equal opportunity?
Yes. It is, I
Excellent.
think, almost exclusively male, actually.
Oh.
It is very uncomfortable at times.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yes. I don't want to give away anything. All I'm going to say is priest peen. So that's a part of it as well. It's about a man who comes back to where he grew up after many, many years, and shit goes down. The thriller shit goes down. So there may be a little bit of murder.
Ooh. Well, that's exciting.
I got this one off of John Waters' top 10 list.
Oh, yeah, I did see that on there.
Mm-hmm. It was one of the few I could find streaming. I'm going to rent the other ones, again, because we have a store I could do that at in Seattle, which is insane. But yeah, a lot of the ones on his list I was looking up, I was like, I don't know if I've been adequately punished this year. So I need to look at John Waters' list.
Brian, do your job, bud. Well, my third most punishing movie of 2025 was Death of a Unicorn.
Oh, fuck that one, right? What a disappointment.
This movie has a really fun concept, lore that could have been interesting, and a cast that should have been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it is so goddamn boring. Most of the gore is CGI.
Oh, yeah.
The gore that's not looks incredible, but most of it is CGI. The unicorns are like almost entirely CGI. And it's like, really? You couldn't get fucking horses for this and just like figure something out? I don't know. I don't understand what the fuck they were thinking with this movie. Paul Rudd, America's sweetheart, Paul Rudd, is not good in this movie. And what that tells me is the movie has a bad script.
That if Paul Rudd can't make it work, I think there's like one person who makes it work.
Will Poulter.
Thank you, Will Poulter. I was going to say,
Yeah.
Will Eyebrows.
When he's crushing up that unicorn horn and
He is
snorting it like cocaine, it
wonderful.
is so fucking funny. Yeah,
But that's
I
like
think he
it.
really understood the assignment. He knew what movie he was in. I really don't know what they were thinking with this.
Huge disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the greatest sins that a movie can commit is to be boring. I would sometimes rather have a movie piss me off than be boring.
I think that's the whole point of our podcast.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But yeah, Death of a Unicorn, just so fucking boring. So yeah, that's my third most punishing of 2025.
It wasn't a fun time.
What is your second most pleasing film of 2025?
So, because I did this a little differently than May did. Also, I had to redo my list today.
Oh no.
Because yesterday I went out and I saw Brian Fuller's Dust Bunny.
How was it?
It is magical.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Sumptuous, opulent,
Opulence.
opulence.
You
It
earn
has
everything.
Yes, it does. The reality that he's able to create and operate in is like you can see a lot of the references, and he has not been shy. Also, very, very funny. One of his big references was Jean-Pierre Jeunet. We just covered Delicatessen, and I was like, maybe a day or two after we recorded, I heard an interview with him where he talked about like Delicatessen being a huge influence and Jeune's greater works as well. And I went, I could have used this information like 2 days ago, sir, but that's fine on my cultural impact. But I get it because even though you can see all of the references, it's also very singular.
Huh.
The effects are really good. I believe I was listening to Horror Queers, and they said that it was a puppet. They had a lot of puppets that were then CGI augmented, which makes sense because our monster looks very, very good. Or I should just say the effects look very, very good. Mads Mikkelsen. The color palette is alive. If you don't know anything else about it, I do not want to spoil anything because it has literally been out like 2 weeks maybe.
I didn't even know it had come out yet, and I'm like looking to see if I can go see it tomorrow. And I would have to drive all the way out to Woodfield, which is the mall that I would go to back in junior high and high school because it was the only place nearby with a Hot Topic.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's like an hour away.
Oh, yeah. It is. I am so mad about theatrical runs right now. It's like, this movie is not performing well, and then you just stop the run or whatever it is, or I don't know how it works anymore post-COVID.
Nothing works anymore.
I was going to say, it doesn't feel well. It's not well.
I mean, things were on their way to illness before that happened. Anyway, but before we drag ourselves into a political conversation, was there anything else you wanted to say about Dust Bunny?
I was just saying theatrical runs. I know it feels like you kind of have to rush. If something is out, you have to see it or it is gone.
Yeah.
Unless it miraculously has longer legs than you thought. But I missed a lot of movies in theater this year just because I couldn't get there the first or second week.
Yeah. It's a shame. Well, my second most pleasing movie of 2025 is, and this will come as no surprise to people who are regular listeners, Companion.
Yes!
I love this movie so much. It is so wonderfully cathartic for people who have been stuck in abusive relationships. Mm-hmm. It's so fucking funny. And it's just really well made. I think unless you are an abusive partner, you're going to enjoy this movie. And if you are an abusive partner, go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. You should not be listening to this podcast because you don't deserve it.
We're shaming everyone today. If you are an abusive partner, though, listening to this podcast, I agree.
Yeah.
Concurred.
If you are an abusive partner listening to this podcast, we literally despise you and don't want you to exist. Fix your fucking self.
I literally was about to be like, fix yourself.
Wow, I am fired up tonight.
Woo! We're talking our top tensies or teensies.
Technically, well, it's not top. It's not top and bottom. It's most pleasing and most punishing. Just like us, we're not top and bottom.
Exactly. We're very versatile.
It's true. Okay, I'm not going to talk more about Companion because we have a whole episode on it. So listeners, please go check that out if you haven't. We get very deep and we also get very silly with it. So it's a good one. All right, we're getting up there. So before you tell me your second most punishing movie of 2025, let's make that money. Okay, Caitlin, what is your second most punishing movie of 2025?
So this was on your pleasing list.
Uh-huh.
The Ugly Stepsister. Which,
Okay. I
yes.
get why you have it as a punisher. I really, really do.
Of
But do you get why I
course.
have it as a pleaser?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
This is probably like my third favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
It, like all around, this is one of the rare movies I could not watch it. I could not watch everything on screen. I had to look away at certain points. I found out some things about myself. I had to take a break at one point.
Was it the worms?
Is the eyelashes.
Oh.
I had to take a break after that. I was like,
Interesting.
no. I've watched it up until now. I need a break. I'm feeling a little hot. However, what a fantastic fucking movie.
It is incredible. I got to see this in the theater as like a special early screening.
I'm so jealous because it was out.
Gave
for like
us lollipops with maggots in them, like little worm. And I did not eat mine. Sorry, I should have sent it to you.
I would have.
I know. And we actually covered this over on Tender Subject, and we had a really good discussion about it. So if you have not listened to that, go check out one of the other podcasts I'm on, Tender Subject.
I have to say, so this movie pretty much hit all of my oh fuck no's. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I guess spoilers for Raw, but you know in Raw, where she starts pulling the hair out of her mouth? That is one of the... Up until The Ugly Stepsister, I had like 3 moments of that. Raw was one of them, and The Ugly Stepsister had like all of them. Every single thing that triggers my... Yeah, that last part...
Yeah, I'm sure.
That was, I was like, I'm not doing this to myself anymore. I'm not doing this.
It's so funny because, slight spoiler for my best friend's Exorcism, the book, but during the tapeworm part of that, reading a book, I felt like I was going to vomit. But watching this, I was just cracking up because it was so absurd. It was so absurd. And I was delighted by it. So yeah, I easily could have put this on my Punishers list. But again, I think for like the sickos among us out there, this movie is just gold. So that's why it was on my pleasers side of the list.
I totally, and it is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. It looks beautiful. It sounds beautiful. The performances are sublime.
Oh, God, they're so good.
Yeah, and if you're someone who doesn't like watching foreign language movies, there is a dubbed version available on Shudder now.
I saw that, and I was like...
I would highly recommend watching it in the original. Is it Norwegian?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will also say, I feel like we're all watching movies and TV with closed captioning anyways, so it's no different.
It's true. The problem is it makes it so people can't second screen. You know?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
well, my second most punishing movie of the year, and I have a feeling this is going to be on your list. Fear Street Prom Queen. Is this on your list?
It is not, actually.
Oh my God, this is the one that I thought for sure was going to be on both of our lists.
Again, because I did my list a bit differently than you
Yeah.
did. You go first.
Okay, context, listeners. Caitlin has the Fear Street logo tattooed on the back of one of their thighs.
Correct.
And I have Ruby Lane, one of the killers, tattooed on my calf.
Correct.
We both love the Fear Street trilogy of movies that came out back in 2021. They are
like one of the best trilogies.
It's literally one of the best trilogies in existence, not just in horror.
3 at least.
It has beautiful homages to so many things without feeling derivative of them. Some people get annoyed with the needle drops, but I think they are fantastic. Like, just let things be fun. And that's what those movies are. They're so fun, but they're also really fucking scary, and they make me cry. They are so well balanced. And they're not horror comedies. They are horror movies that have elements of comedy that are very funny right when you need them. So we were both very excited for Fear Street Prom Queen. It had excellent potential. But this movie feels like someone doing a cosplay of an 80s slasher. It's so bad. Everything about it is so bad. The script is bad. The score is bad. The directing is bad. The performances are atrocious. And the story is terrible.
You have non-United Statesians trying to do prom. They don't know prom. Prom doesn't exist for them. They don't understand.
See our episode on the loved ones.
Exactly. So it is... I think that was a big misstep.
And the needle drops in this one are mostly not very good. There's a couple that are good, but like, I just...
The hair and the makeup are not period at all. In the slightest. Everyone's very glowy. It's a very 2020s sheen to everyone. It's like, who? Not to drag the makeup artist, because someone had to make that decision. Who made that decision?
I don't know. I just...
The only reason it is not is because I find some value in the... when it does get to prom and it goes completely off the rails and gets like chaotic and extremely campy, I can take that, but not as part of the Fear Street.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate that insanity that is happening where I'm like, you all did too much. You all did too much, but it's also a bit too little, too late.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, and like, slight spoiler, there's nothing supernatural going on at all. And that was also a huge disappointment.
I didn't
You're
even put
in
that
the town
together.
of Shadyside. How are you not doing something supernatural? The world that the trilogy set up is supernatural, and you're setting this in literally the same town. What the fuck? Okay. Obviously, I have very strong feelings about that movie.
Oh,
we should
no,
cover
it
it
was.
someday.
We definitely
Oh
will.
yeah, we should do a Fear Street month where we do the trilogy and then that.
Yep. Wait, what happened?
We're gonna have to do this podcast forever. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're okay with that.
Like I'm in it to win it, baby.
Okay, good. Well then, tell me your number one pleaser of the year. And why is it Sinners?
I was gonna say there's no fucking way it's not Sinners.
Yeah. And this is the other one I knew we were both gonna have in the same position.
Is Sinners.
Yeah. Y'all, we did an episode on this and had nothing but positive things to say about it. I love this movie so much. You love this movie so much. I've got the score and the soundtrack on vinyl, and they are incredible.
It is cinema at its finest.
Yeah.
The journey that you get to go on is incredible. The music, again, probably the greatest scene in American film history, and I will include Canada and Mexico in that as well.
So all of North America.
All of North America. One of the most impactful and beautiful scenes ever committed to film. And then did a second one so soon right after it. That is not as, but god damn. Ryan Coogler, just hats off. Gorgeous. I mean, I kept saying it. It's like I think it's the greatest film ever made. So yeah, it's Sinners.
Yeah, again, we have an episode on this, so I'm not going to blab on about it, but I'm really glad you just said everything you did. I realized that saying I'm not going to blab... God, why do I think I sound like a bitch right now, Caitlin?
No, I think it's because you're high and you're overthinking everything you're doing.
All right, so I'm not going to wax poetic more about Sinners. Caitlin said it beautifully, and if you want to hear more, go check out our episode. It's a really good one, and we have a wonderful guest on that one.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so here we are, bumping it up. What is your number one Punisher of 2025?
So again, not for me necessarily. Maybe for other people. I don't know your lives. But this is Frey Waka.
and that absolutely makes sense why it's on my pleasers and your punishers. I totally get it. Oh man, this movie's so good.
This movie is so good. The lore and the history that goes into it that just enriches the experience because you don't even have to know all the lore and history to have an amazing time with this movie. It will take you on a journey of darkness.
It's true. This is a mommy trauma movie for me, and listeners, if you know me, if you've been keeping up with me, you know that I found out last end of summer that I have some mommy trauma that I did not realize, and I am still working on processing a lot of that. So all of the mommy trauma horror movies I watched this year were very cathartic, but also extremely punishing. So I easily could have put this on my punishers list. I think the catharsis that I got from it was so incredible that I needed to put it on my pleasers. And it's also just, I mean, the sound design, the score, the themes, the imagery, the way they do everything is so effective.
Ashlyn Clark nails like every aspect of this movie.
Is that Shu?
Oh, that's the director.
Oh, that's the director.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the writer-director. Yep.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And then Shu as a character is absolutely wonderful. And what I wrote in my review is I loved Shu even when I was yelling at the screen because she was making bad decisions. And hey, realistic lesbian couple depiction in an Irish horror film.
Yes.
Fantastic. Ugh, yeah.
I didn't like Oddity the first time I saw it. I will be honest.
I thought it was good, but not great the first time I saw it. And then as I watched it more times, it went up to 5 stars for me.
I same. And also is because I wanted Oddity to be this movie. And it wasn't.
That's fair.
That is.
Well, I'm really excited for
Hokum. Yes.
Which is Damian McCarthy's upcoming third movie. I have a feeling it is, just like Oddity and Caveat, going to make me scream a lot.
I will say very, very funny, though, in Oddity, just because it uses a golem. And he's like, yeah, I used the golem. I was like, so you're using a Jewish monster? In our Irish horror movie.
I don't think he knows exactly what a golem is, to be fair, because the golem is sculpted from clay. However, the idea of a wooden golem, we should be saying golem, shouldn't we?
We should be saying golem.
I'm a Jew. I can say golem.
Golem. We're both of the tribe.
Yes. I always forget that you're Jewish because I just am so focused on you being Irish because it comes up a lot more when we're talking about stuff.
It very much does.
Okay, well, the time has come for our last entry on this list, and that is my number one Punisher of 2025. Caitlin, can you guess what this movie is?
I have a very strong guess of what this movie is.
Tell me.
Is it the movie that you couldn't speak after?
It is.
Uh-huh. Is this Bring Her Back?
It sure is. Mm-hmm. Okay, listeners, we're going to cover this eventually. However, I just need to talk about it a little bit. I may have said this on the podcast. I can't remember. But there was a point in this movie where I completely lost the ability to speak. And I was shaking and crying so hard that Maeve and Erica, who were sitting each on the sides of me, had to put their hands on me to help me calm down. And this was about halfway through the movie. And for another 45 minutes after it had ended, I was still unable to speak. And I've never had a reaction like that to a movie where I have gone completely nonverbal for that long. Sally Hawkins in this movie is basically my mother. She looks like her, she says things like her, and she behaves like her as a mother. And again, mommy trauma stuff. Mm-hmm. I unfortunately did not find a lot of catharsis in this movie. I think it is a 5-star movie through and through. The performances are indescribably good. The script is perfect. The special effects are fucking brutal. And as far as I can tell, as practical as possible.
Yeah, that was some of the other hardest to watch. That was the knife. Oh, no.
And here's the thing. Everyone has talked about how punishing the body horror in this is. Mm-hmm. And those were moments of reprieve for me. Because suddenly I could think about something other than the horrendous emotional trauma that this woman was just radiating. Mm-hmm. And reminded me so much of my mother. So yeah, this movie really, really fucked me up. I'll watch it one more time if we ever cover it on the podcast. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I cannot watch this movie again. It has that big of an effect on me. It is that powerful. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, yes. I had a feeling that this was the one. Absolutely. I mean, 100% on a punishing scale. I know I had a very wild reaction to this movie, which was very, very different than maybe I had some walls. I don't know. This is how I deal with things. But holy shit, this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like holy shit is the right phrase for it.
The intense gaslighting. For me, the sibling relationship, as I have a sibling, was very, very, I was very invested in that, and how manipulative everything was.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, since we've been shaming lots of people, if you are a parent and you are listening to this, and you do not treat your child with kindness, respect, and autonomy, even when they do something wrong, you are a shitty parent. And don't come at me for this. I am a person who is a survivor of long-term abuse. Don't do that to your kids.
No.
I don't even like kids, but I care so much about their right to autonomy, bodily autonomy, safety, and respect. And if you cannot provide that for them, then you are not fit to be a parent.
This is on a much, much lighter and smaller scale. Let your kids dress themselves, because they're going to end up way more interesting people if you do.
Oh, and they're going to be so much happier, too, if you're not like, no, you're not allowed to wear that. And it's not just about gender expression. It's about self-expression in general.
I was thinking about this a lot when last week's episode, when we covered Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread, The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace.
That's what I call suit making. Wait, no, let me take
Phantom
that again.
Thread.
That's what I call dress making.
To say Phantom Thread, the Menace.
Jesus.
But I just remember, like, because no one else, sorry, anyone in my family who's listening right now, has necessarily the sense of style I do. And it's come up a lot of, like, how or why. I'm like, I don't know, but I do know that my mom let me dress myself from a very young age. And at one point talking to another mom and said that to her. And the other mom turns to my mom and goes, yeah, I can tell. And my mom went, fuck it, I don't care.
Rude.
Extremely rude. It was like, well, I'm not stopping now, so the floodgates are open. I don't care if the socks are mismatched.
Well,
I grew up very
things,
chaotically.
Yeah. And I love you for it. Well, speaking of things that are rude, us. We were rude tonight.
We were so rude.
and if you're still here, if we have not pissed you off, we love you. Thank you so much. Caitlin, I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much for doing this podcast with me. I don't know if I would have made it through the rest of 2025 without this after how the first half of my year went. And I think things are very scary right now, and things in my life just keep going wrong. So I am very thankful for you, and I'm very thankful for this podcast. So
same. Very much same. My first half of the year, yep, fuck it. Not in the good way like you want. So in the ear. Fuck yes. Definitely the first half. Pretty much until October. With the bright spots of May, doing this podcast with you. Also, like, people in their scares asked me to do Buffy watch-alongs. I got to do that, which is very, very fun. I have a couple upcoming as well. Those parts, bright, shining stars in, I guess, a cloud of shit. That was 2025.
You are also in a 48-hour film festival short film that won some awards, and that is really fucking cool.
Yes.
We'll keep you updated on that, folks, when more stuff comes out about it.
Absolutely.
My album, Enough is a Myth, came out back in September. If you have not heard it, please go check it out. I'm really proud of it. There's eventually going to be vinyl for it. Hopefully soon. I don't know. It just keeps getting pushed back, which is another bit of frustration I'm dealing with. However, I'm very excited to finally have one of my Everson Poe albums on vinyl.
Yes!
It's
a beautiful album.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of our episode. Thanks for joining us on this journey, fellow travelers.
A love fest at the end.
If you like what you hear, please leave us a rating and review wherever you can, because it helps more people find the show, and it makes us all tingly inside. You can even just comment on Spotify. It's fun. We like seeing that. And if you want to interact with us more, you can find us on Instagram at Pleasers and Punishers, and on Blue Sky at Pleasers Punishers. You can also email us at pleaserspunisherspodcast@gmail.com. You can find me on Blue Sky and Letterboxd at Everson Poe. You can find my music on Ampwall, Bandcamp, and streaming services as Everson Poe, 2 separate words. And you can hear me podcasting, like I said before, on Tender Subject, as well as Slayerfest 98. Caitlin, where can you be found?
I can be found at Caitlin of the North on Instagram and Blue Sky, and Cat of the North on Letterboxd.
And next week's episode will be the beginning of our January Giallo coverage.
Yes!
With what I think is maybe the best Giallo ever made, Dario Argento's Tenebrae.
So excited.
So excited. Well, until then, do some aftercare, clean your toys, set healthy boundaries, and
Fuck 2025.
yeah, right here.
Yeah.